it's me, we're going back to a new regular show review, and if I just last week, go and check it out. And we're back with the next two episodes of Season 8 of Regular Show, and we start with another interesting one. And this one reminds me a lot of the Squid Bob Tentacle Pants episode. And yeah, it starts with Mordecai and Rigby doing some inventory checking, and they find this machine, which Rigby goes into, and of course Mordecai is freaking out, and he's like, "Don't do that to me." But it turns out they found a teleporter, and yeah, they do these different things with the teleporter, and then they are fighting on which one to go in, and they end up going in together. And yeah, Rigby's got Mordecai's tail, and yeah, Mordecai's got Rigby's weird butt, and of course they're hiding it from Benson when he tells them to go and rake the leaves. And yeah, while he's watching TV, he has the keys with him, and they're thinking that it's no use. And yeah, trying to get Muscle Man to quiet down. And yeah, Benson just looking out the window, and yeah, they're already transforming into each other, which they have to do this quick. And yeah, they turn the lights off and then turn them on again, and Benson's freaking out so they can get the keys. And yeah, they get back into the transporter, and yeah, it doesn't end up working. Now Rigby is taller. And yeah, he's just having fun. And we see Eileen and High Five Ghost using these dirty diapers, which in a very gross like way, I would say, with these drink. And yeah, Benson just not knowing where the keys are. And yeah, Muscle Man just angry with them and just trying to say that they need to do this fast, get it over with to transform them back. And yeah, he's working on the machine, but Rigby gets loose, and they end up going all three together. And Mordecai seems to be back to normal, but not so much Rigby. Now he's a merge of Rigby, Mordecai, and Muscle Man. And yeah, Muscle Man saying that we have to get him back into the teleporter. And yeah, they lure him with a basketball, and Eileen gets scared of, I don't know what you would call Rigbecai right now. And yeah, he ends up falling into this hole after giving a slam dunk and goes through the teleporter and gets back to normal. And of course, they're like, let's just go and put up the stuff. And yeah, Rigby with poor Rigby with his short legs, just trying to do the shot, but he ends up tripping. And then we go to the next episode, and it's another interesting one. And it starts with Benson just saying Mordecai asleep, and he said that it was on autopilot, and they'd see this Alpha Dome and see the different crew members, and that Dome stats unknown, and Rigby, Mordecai, and Skips having to investigate this Alpha Dome, and yeah, a weird, looks like a weird like village, right? That you would see back in the old days, a pilgrim, like they're all pilgrims. Like, yeah, very weird, I would say. And seeing the later of them as well. And apparently, they realized that they seem to be like in a whole different time zone. And yeah, this guy is very suspicious of Mordecai, Rigby, and Skips, and they investigate different areas of the Alpha Dome and see this control room, and yeah, this weird robot pig, which they then see this video that the later made, and how they were trying to get out of this vortex, this portal, and they end up dipping and going into this closet and ending up saying that everybody got transformed into pilgrims. And yeah, they call back to Benson and showing them how they need to push the Alpha Dome 19 or 1690 back into the time vortex. And yeah, he gets on to Mordecai and Rigby and Skips, which he ends up escaping. And they're calling Mordecai and Rigby witches and thinking that the, what reminds me of a Game Boy, they think that is something to do with it as well. And yeah, Skip's having to figure out how to rescue Mordecai and Rigby. And yeah, they get their flames, their torches, and yeah, he gets that robot that we've seen before. And yeah, they get surrounded or they get cornered and get out to get blasted until they get pushed into the vortex and into the time proof room. And yeah, it's too late for the guy. And yeah, we see that the people get all glowing and put the guy in his place and are giving. They were Mordecai and the others were sent there just to get some more coordinates, and they couldn't send it to them from Ross because they had to keep their cover hidden. And yeah, having a symbol of Pops on the hand. Yeah, very interesting, I would say. But yeah, I'd like to know what you think. I'll make us back to the next one.